Hello, I'm Isaac Dogbe, and I'm excited to be at the niche cocoa plant industries. Come on, let's take a look. My visit here was exceptional. Getting a tour, visiting Niche, one of the largest private cocoa processing companies in the whole of West Africa. It was worth learning about how the product was being produced and how it's handled from the factory and then to the consumer. Because I believe that this product is really gonna make a difference. Strength is essential. Nutrition is essential. You know, that's the reason why we working with Niche cocoa industries is very, very important. What the setup was amazing. I looked at it and I'm like, oh wow, you know, I've never really witnessed anything that of such magnitude here in Ghana before. Ideally, you might think that these things only happens in abroad, but coming here, I saw a lot of things that I wasn't expecting to see by the questions that we're asking and the line manager taking us through about the safety aspects, how the things are produced, and no human contact until everything is done and it's being picked up from the belt to where it has to be cleaned from, like as a whole package. You know, it was pretty amazing. I think that, you know, it's like it's a new dispensation. Niche cocoa industries is now in the heavyweights of companies in West Africa, if not in the world.
Thank you very much for joining us for another edition of In Camp with Isaac Dogbe. As we build up to that very big day, it's April 1, and it will be in Oklahoma as Isaac Dogbe goes up against the man Robeisy Ramirez for the WBO featherweight title. Remember that if Isaac Dogbe is successful on the day, he becomes a two-division world champion, and that is a very rare place when it comes to the achievers. I'm talking about those who have won world titles for Ghana. Well, we find ourselves here in the Bald Eagle Recreational Center Boxing Gym, and this is a gym that is run by his head trainer, Barry Hunter. Well, today, I've got two gentlemen here. Now, what's happening here is that the gym is pretty much empty, but what is happening is that there's the regular morning run that the whole gym, or all of the stablemates here in the gym, including Isaac Dogbe, have gone on to. But a few minutes earlier, these two gentlemen walked in and they came here to just say hi to Isaac Dogbe, just wish him well and all of that. And I'd like to have a quick chat with all of them. A few familiar faces though. So this is Andre Latte. Andre Latte is in the, cosmetics business. He's in the cosmetics industry here in the United States, in Maryland. And also, you all know, he's the tallest man on earth. That's the reason why he's sitting here. Well, but Robert Coleman is the CEO of Wembley Sports Construction Limited, who have been putting up all those FIFA certified and FIFA approved AstroTurf pitches across the country. He decided to fly all the way here and drive all the way here, to be part of all of this. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you now.
Yeah. How's the weather treating you though?
It's not easy, but I am managing.
Well. Good to see you, Andre. And I see you're representing your Ghana flag. Great stuff there. Let me begin with you, Robert. Look, you crossed the miles. I mean, you've been here in the U.S. for a couple of days, but you were, in another state, and you decided to drive by here. I mean, tell me what's been happening.
Yes, Nat. Certainly, it's all about the Ghanaian fever. You have somebody that we all like and cherish. He's one particular person that I have always held in high esteem. And you remember when he was a world champion, he's liked by everybody and people still like him. And he has been my fan for a very long time. So I decided to come here, come and lend my support to him and let him know that Ghanaians are fully behind him. And on the 1st of April in Oklahoma, I believe he is going to succeed, and we are going to have another world title holder in Ghana.
I also saw these two gentlemen here yesterday. We'll be bringing you some images of the adventure here in the gym, together with some of the other boxers and Isaac Dogbe as well. Before I come to you, Andre, come on. You've seen, Isaac Dogbe's career. What is it that impresses you about the young man? And what is it that strikes you to the extent that you're able to drive all the way from another state to be here?
The zeal and enthusiasm. The zeal and the enthusiasm. I'm one particular person that I have tremendous respect for people who, when they are doing something, they are exceedingly passionate about it. And I believe that this time around he's going to make it. So it is all about the zeal and enthusiasm. Isaac is also a very humble young man, and that is the major reason why I can come here and come and lend my support to him. And yesterday, to be very honest with you, when I saw him train, I was exceedingly excited, and I can say without any equivocation that Isaac is going to win on the 1st of April in Oklahoma.
Well, if you just joined us, it's In Camp with Isaac Dogbe coming to you from Washington, D.C., and this is the Bald Eagle Recreational Center, the boxing gym. This is a sports enclave, and this takes care of many other sporting disciplines. This is the boxing zone of the Bald Eagle Recreational Center in Washington, D.C. We're covering the training camp of Isaac Dogbe as he builds up to that very big day. It's April 1 in Oklahoma, and I've got two wonderful friends who decided to just cross the miles here to support, Isaac. Andre, you are a professional. You have a lot of call on your time, and you decided to be here as well. I mean, tell me what it is that pushes you to do things like these.
Dogbe is a very good boxer, and hearing he will be fighting April 1st, all the way from Maryland. I decided to drive over here to show our support, to let him know that Ghanaians are supporting him and Ghanaians are praying for him, and definitely he's going to bring another world title together. Andre,
you have a lot of friends here. I mean, you've been based in the U.S. for some time now. Tell me how things go when Ghana does great things on the international sporting scene, when Ghana makes big achievements like playing at the FIFA World Cup, and all of that. Tell me the kinds of conversations that go on, amongst you and your friends when these things happen.
Qatar 2022 is one example. Yeah. I mean, they praise me. School.
When we beat Korea.
Korea, and I mean, like during break time, everybody's asking, "Hey, how you guys doing?" and all those things. I mean, people love Ghana, and they do support us in everything we do. Yeah. So when it comes to sports, they love Ghana.
Great. So you have also been here. You have seen the training. I mean, I saw you sit here for a couple of hours yesterday. You're here today as well. Tell me what you make of Isaac, his demeanor here, taking various physical drills here in the ring and around the gym.
He's very passionate about what he's doing, and that's what Koma said. Somebody who's passionate about what you're doing, you always succeed in everything you do. I mean, he put a lot of energy in his training, and he's very, very serious about his training. And I believe he will go into it.
I saw you have a little chit-chat with him on the corner, on the side. What did you tell him?
I wish him all the best.
I see. Tell me how you're going to plan for this. You were telling me the other time that you'd want to, take some time off and possibly fly over to Oklahoma to go and support him. How much would this achievement mean to you as a Ghanaian living here, that Isaac Dogbe wins a world title in the super bantamweight division and now comes to possibly win a world title in the featherweight division? Tell me how much it means and the value of that kind of achievement if he's able to do that.
Right now, Ghana is for all the world. We are the world right now. And when you're talking about Ghana, look at it. They did a lot of things in Ghana. Everybody in America is talking about Ghana.
Yeah, I mean, For instance, like last December when you have many Hollywood stars drive down and everything.
So these are some of the things we are promoting Ghana. We're bringing Ghana back. We're bringing Ghana back into the map. Yeah, we started everything from ancient time, and we're still going to continue. Yeah. So that's the thing. We're supporting Dogbe, and we're going to make it, and we're going to make Ghana proud again.
Great stuff. We're wrapping up this conversation here, but I just want you to tell me, how you expect the fight to go based on what you've seen in the last couple of days of Isaac and his training. I mean, you saw him on his way out to jogging. Tell me what you expect.
Now, let me use this opportunity also to commend his coaches. That is his handling. Yesterday when I was here, I was very much touched the way they were handling him, the tete-a-tete talks, and the way they were carrying themselves. You can see that they are also passionate and they also want him to win the fight. And then his colleagues around, the respect that they have for him in the gym, to me, is fantastic. So let me commend them, and I believe strongly that they are going to aid him to succeed. But let me say that, look, I am exceedingly confident that this time round he's going to make it. And the pride of Ghana will certainly rise again, and that is what we are looking for. I'm looking for a bout that is going to be very tough, but at the end of the day, by the 9th round, I think he is going to make it and knock his opponent down in Oklahoma.
Wow.
I will certainly be there.
Great,
You
great.
remember the last time I was speaking to you, and this morning I told him that we are going to be there to lend our unflinching support for him, because, look, we don't have any place than Ghana, and if somebody is doing well and is from Ghana, certainly we have to give him the needed support that we have to. So, first of all, April in Oklahoma, I'm going to be there, and I look forward to him winning the 9th round.
9th round, wow, interesting stuff there. Well, just before we wrap up this part of the conversation here, there's another thing I'd want all of them to do, which is to put themselves in the shoes of the trainer, in this case, in the mind of Barry, who they've met in the bout situation where they have to give him a bit of pep talk before he gets into the ring. I'm going to give each of them that opportunity to do that, but remember that we're going to be doing some more here, and we're going to be talking to some more members of Team Dogbe who play different roles here, so that we get a feel or a fine idea of what it is that each of them contributes to the everyday camp, procedure here. So let's begin with you, Andre. Let's just say you were the trainer. I mean, you've met Barry already. But let's just say you were seated in the corner. It was fight day, April 1, and Isaac was just about to step into the ring. What would you say to him?
Simple words. Barry, go get us the title.
Wow. Go get us the title. Okay. What would you say to Dogbe?
I always say that training is always a cornerstone of readiness. And when you look at the training that he has been giving here, I think it is remarkable. So if I'm the coach and I'm there, the only thing I'll tell him is to remember the training we gave him. And he should not also forget that perseverance generates success. And therefore, he needs to persevere and win the fight. The whole thing is going to be about perseverance. So I stand there and I will say, persevere. Bam, bam.
Okay, guys, good to see you. But you would have made, maybe probably like a super bantamweight, maybe. But he...
Not, yesterday I wanted to knock this guy out. He was just telling me I should calm down.
Yeah.
One of these days, I want us to promote the fight.
But he has a longer reach than you do.
It doesn't
so he
matter. I remember when we were in Accra Academy, there was one...
Oh, you two attended the Accra Academy together?
He was playing football, he wanted to, and I just gave him some. So he knows what I'm capable of doing.
Oh, goodness. All right, guys. You take it easy. I'll see you around. So this is it. In camp with Isaac Dogbe, with me, Nathaniel Attoh, coming to you from Washington, D.C. And there's another conversation we need to have as part of this episode. So you all stay with us. There's a lot in terms of the images and every other thing that we'll be seeing exclusive to us right here. All right, so another conversation is coming up very shortly. You stay with us.
Hello, I'm Isaac Dogbe, and I'm excited to be at the Niche Cocoa Plant Industries. Come on, let's take a look. My visit here was exceptional. Getting a tour, visiting Niche, one of the largest private cocoa processing companies in the whole of West Africa. It was worth learning about how the product was being produced and how it's handled from the factory and then to the consumer. Because I believe that this product is really going to make a difference. Strength is essential. Nutrition is essential. You know, that's the reason why we working with niche cocoa industries is very, very important. What the setup was amazing. I looked at it and I'm like, oh wow, you know, I've never really witnessed anything that of such magnitude here in Ghana before. Ideally, you might think that these things only happens in abroad, but coming here, I saw a lot of things that I wasn't expecting to see by the questions that we're asking and the line manager taking us through about the safety aspects, how the things are produced, and no human contact until everything is done and it's being picked up from the belt to where it has to be clean from, like as a whole package. You know, it was pretty amazing. I think that, you know, it's like it's a new dispensation. Niche cocoa industries is now in the heavyweights of companies in West Africa, if not in the world.
Well, I was just trying to check a few messages on my phone. But remember, we're still here on In Camp with Isaac Dogbe. And this time I want to throw the focus on a special area of the training. And I'm just moving over to the portion of the gym which has the setup for neural movement. Now, the CEO, Reza Mufari, is right here, and I'm going to have a quick chat with him. And of course, this is one of the very special areas that camp focuses on in the build-up to a big day such as this. So that is the man, and we're going to have a quick conversation with him. Reza, good to see you.
Yeah,
nice one. How you doing? Everything
good,
okay? Great. How's the day been so far?
Good.
Weather treating you well?
Good.
Good. So Reza Mufari is the CEO of Neural Movement, and he's been working with loads and loads of other boxers, including our very own Isaac Dogbe. There's been a chain of special training sessions with him as the build-up goes on. He's also worked with many other big-name boxers, including the likes of Gervonta Davis and all of that. So good to have you here on the show. Let's begin with what even got you first to start focusing on this particular area.
Yeah, so I started working with kids with disabilities, kids with neurological disorders, and just kind of fell into working with boxers. So started working with professional boxers who are looking for an edge in the fights. So I offered to start training their nervous system, getting them to respond faster, reacting quicker, getting more punches in the short time frame.
I see. Interesting. And this is something you fell in by accident, or was something you had passion to do earlier?
It's something I've been passionate about since college, so I've been doing it for about 10 years.
Great.
Just kind of like building experience and learning, and kind of like all come together over time.
Tell me about the experience of working with boxers. I mean, you fell into boxing a couple of years ago. Tell me about the early stages and, I mean, the kinds of challenges you had getting boxers to get used to this technology and getting boxers to get used to this and sharpening their reflexes and their skill.
So obviously it's something new and different. You don't see stuff like this in boxing, which is kind of like an older sport. But just getting results, people winning, and then people want to see what they're doing to win, and seeing the results. So I think the results just speak for itself, and then people just jump on, they want to try it out and do it, and it's kind of built up from there.
I see. Which set of people are you working with most nowadays? Is it athletes or like individuals who going up about their daily stuff?
We work with everything. We work with NBA, NFL, professional athletes in different sports, baseball, football, fighting, UFC fighters. But in boxing, we work with like just about every world champion. And that's the advantage that we have over a lot of other people that might be trying to do something similar to this, is that over the years we worked with a lot of world champions, so I can see what differentiates a world champion from the average boxer. And what we found is like the average world champion has a faster reaction time than the average fighter. So having that information, I'm able to get fighters like Isaac to speed up their reaction time and increase their chances of success in the ring. based on that information.
All right. Now, tell me about Isaac meeting him and, working with him. Let's start from the very first encounter and the first interaction.
First time meeting Isaac, saw he was very humble, very like down to earth guy, which makes it super easy for me to work with because sometimes you work with athletes or professional athletes who have an ego. It just makes it harder.
Especially when they're world champions and they've achieved, big stuff like that.
All the time. So just, the fact that he was open and willing to listen, just felt like I was just working with just another guy. But, definitely helps with the training and getting results faster.
Now, tell me about his work ethic. His work ethic and what really, gets you to continue to like working with him.
That's another thing that I think differentiates like world champions versus like average people. Is that he always wants to better himself. He's like, all right, one more time. Even when I'm thinking like, all right, let's move on to the next thing. He's like, no, let's do it one more time. I want to get it, a little bit sharper, a little faster. So he's a perfectionist, and you need to be, at that level.
All right, so we're still here with Reza Mafari. He is the CEO of Neuro Movement, and what the focus is to sharpen the reflexes and the response time of Isaac Dogbe as he gets himself ready for this very big day, on April 1. Now, we're going to get ourselves into what it's like, and I'm going to try my hands on it. Remember, I'm going to issue a disclaimer. I'm not a professional, so hey, he's just going to give me an instruction, and I'm going to try it out. So I'd like you to have my phone and my beats. Yeah, that one? Great. Okay, so I'm going to have to try my fingers out on this, All
right, so
what am I supposed to do?
What we're going to do here is we're looking at target acquisition and response time. So you're going to have half a second to try to get 2 punches off. So can you find the targets? So it'd be similar to finding the openings on the opponent and try to get those punches off in half a second. So whichever lights are blinking, those are the ones I want you to try to punch.
Okay, so I'm going to punch the lights that are blinking, right?
Yep.
Okay, guys, wish me luck.
You don't have to physically hit it. It has a sensor, so there's no impact.
Okay.
You gotta be quicker. There you go. Go for the ones that are blinking. Good. Good. There you go. There you go. Good work. So you see it's harder than it looks. Good, good. Get those hands back. You gotta get those hands up. There you go. All right. Good work. That was good.
Are you gonna clap for me or what?
You did great.
Great. So, so it means that this is just, this is just one of them, right?
Yeah.
This is just one of them.
We use high-tech stuff, low-tech stuff, anything to get him to respond faster and find his targets quicker.
I see. Interesting stuff. Tell me about this particular camp, this particular, training camp as we build up to the big day. What has been your focus? What's your assessment of Isaac? It's a couple of weeks to go, So
trying to get him to maintain his focus, so keep his punch rate high, fast, sharp, his aim accurate, while trying to focus, even regardless of what external factors are bombarding him. So we'll do a lot of things to increase information that he has to process while he's doing these drills, to overload his brain, to force him to think faster, so that when he gets in the ring, once we take all that extra cognitive load away, everything's going to seem slower. It's like driving a car 100 miles an hour constantly, and then reducing your speed to 50 miles an hour. Everything just seems slower.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Interesting stuff there. Let's talk about the fight itself and what it means for you because of the kind of role you play, in camp. Robeisy Ramirez achieved great stuff, in the Olympics, and because of that, he's got a very big credential. Everybody gets to turn a neck when they hear his name because of what he was able to do in the foundation stage of his career. Now, he's hungry, just like Isaac. Isaac wants to get back to status quo. He wants to step on it for the very first time. What does this bout mean to you personally, working with Isaac Dogbe from this angle?
As a trainer, really doesn't, my focus is Isaac. So it's all about him. For me, it doesn't mean anything personally. Just my job is to get him faster, get him sharper, get him focused. As long as he does that, the coaches, everybody else on the team, going to take care of their jobs. we get success.
And what will success on the day mean to you as well?
I just want to see Isaac win. You know, I want to see him win. I want to see him win for his country. You know, and just keep moving higher and higher, like in the sport, keep building his legend. You know.
Wow, interesting stuff there. Let's also talk about, you know, the frequency with which you get this done, you know, within the training schedule, like maybe like in a week or in a couple of days. What's the frequency with which you do this, and what's the relevance of that level of frequency within the bigger scheme of things?
So I'm always working closely with the coaches to see, like, you know, how much load they're doing, what they want him to focus on. So sometimes it might be a little bit more, sometimes it might be a little less, depending on what they're working on. And then usually, you know, we do a little bit after sparring to keep him sharp, maybe like once, twice a week. But the good thing about working on the nervous system, unlike the body, right, the mechanical system, is that you get results faster. The nervous system is a very fast responding system. So typically it takes like 3 to 4 weeks to see strength gains in the muscles. Nervous system, you can see results like immediately during the session. So the nervous system adapts fast. So we get results pretty quick. We get a lot done in a short amount of time.
Great. So there's going to be a lot more of this in the coming days and the coming weeks towards the fight?
And then as we get closer to the fight, we just take away a lot of the cognitive little stuff and then start working on getting him to react faster and respond quicker.
Wow, interesting stuff. Just before we wrap up this conversation, I just asked a few guys a few minutes ago to tell me what they would say to Isaac if he finds himself in that fight situation on April 1. If they had the privilege of being, you know, his head coach or his head trainer, you know, Barry Hunter, speaking to him, he's sitting in the corner, getting ready for that fight. What are the things that you're going to say to him to inspire him to go for greatness?
I just tell him, based on like what I'm doing with them, just don't hesitate. You know, trust yourself. The work's been done. We know how fast you are. We got the numbers. Just, you know, let those hands go.
Great. Interesting stuff there. Thank you so much, Reza. I'm wishing you well. Thank you so much, and we're hoping that all of it makes a lot of big sense eventually when he steps into the ring.
Yeah, definitely.
Great stuff, man.
Right,
do you ever try any boxing out yourself sometimes? You know, like
used to a little bit. I do more like grappling, like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, stuff like that.
Jiu-jitsu,
that's more my lane. But
your area?
Yeah. But,
okay. But are you advanced in it, in jiu-jitsu, for instance?
I've done it for like 10 years, yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, okay, so I know I'm not going to mess with you, huh? All right, thank you. So Reza Mafari is in charge of neural movement, and he is in charge of this specific aspect of Isaac Dogbe's training, where he gets himself sharper, he gets his response time quicker, and he's able to react better in the face of all of the stimulus around him, especially when you have an opponent who is very upfront, very attack-oriented, and very, very, you know, aggressive as well. So we're still here in the Bald Eagle Center as we bring you this chain of big conversations exclusive to us as we look ahead to the very big day, April 1. The final set of the conversations are coming up in a bit. If you look across there, you'd see Isaac and his teammates just came back from jogging. That's the man right there.